Welcome back to another episode. Subscribe to the channel right now and make sure you watch the video till the end. Here are the 6 most Earth-like planets. 1. Glia 667cc. This exoplanet, which lies just 22 light-years from Earth, is at least 4.5 times as massive as Earth, and researchers aren't sure whether or not it's rocky. Glia 667cc completes one orbit around its host star in a mere 28 days, but that star is a red dwarf considerably cooler than the Sun, so the exoplanet is thought to lie in the habitable zone. However, Glia 667cc, which was discovered with the European Southern Observatory's 3.6-meter telescope in Chile, may orbit close enough in to be baked by flares from the red dwarf. Kepler-22b. Kepler-22b is a super-Earth that could be covered in a super-ocean. The jury is still out on Kepler-22b's true nature. At 2.4 times Earth's radius, it might even be gaseous. But theoretically an ocean world tipped on its side, a bit like our solar system's ice giant, Uranus, turns out to be comfortably habitable based on recent computer modeling. Researchers found that an exoplanet in Earth-size range, at a comparable distance from its Sun and covered in water, could have an average surface temperature of about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 15.5 Celsius. Because of its radical tilt, its north and south poles would be alternately bathed in sunlight and darkness, for half a year each, as the planet circled its star. Kepler-69c. Kepler-69c is a planet that could be a super-Venus or a super-Earth, depending on how habitable its surface is. At the time of its discovery, however, researchers said the planet had many similarities to Earth and that it is orbiting a star much like our own Sunday, hailed as the most Earth-like alien planet when it was discovered. Kepler-69c is an exoplanet about 2,700 light-years from Earth. There has since been some debate about whether it is more like a Venus or an Earth. NASA, for example, noted that Kepler-69c's orbit of 242 days is close to what Venus has in our own solar system. But at the time of its discovery, researchers were discussing the possibility of water, or even a global ocean, on its surface. One joked there could be clever dolphins there because Kepler-69c appeared to be orbiting where liquid water was possible. Kepler-62f. Kepler-62f is potentially an Earth-like planet about 1,200 light-years from our planet. The world is only 1.4 times bigger than Earth and is in orbit around a star that is somewhat dimmer and smaller than the Sun. It orbits in what is believed to be the habitable region of its star. The planet was announced in 2013 as part of a larger discovery of 7 exoplanets announced around the stars Kepler-62 and Kepler-69. Another notable discovery at the same time was Kepler-62e, which is also close to Earth's size, at 1.6 times the radius, and in the habitable zone. Separately, a modeling study of Kepler-62e and Kepler-62f suggested that the planets would likely be engulfed in water, which could lead to life that is very different than our own. There may be life there, but could it be technology-based like ours? Life on these worlds would be underwater with no easy access to metals, to electricity, or fire for metallurgy, modeling lead author Lisa Kaltnager, of the Max Planck Institute for Astronomy and the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, said in a statement in 2013. 5. Kepler-186f. In recent years, NASA's Kepler Space Telescope and other observatories have discovered more than 1,800 extrasolar planets, with thousands of additional candidate planets awaiting confirmation. Current technology is nowhere near able to allow quick intergalactic travel, but if you somehow wound up on an Earth-size alien world, what would you experience? Last year, scientists announced the discovery of Kepler-186f, the first Earth-size exoplanet found in its star's habitable zone, the region of space in a planetary system where liquid water, and, therefore, life, could exist. The star Kepler-186 is about half the size and about half the mass of the Sun, so it's dimmer than the Sun, said NASA and SETI scientist Elisa Quintana, lead researcher of the group that discovered Kepler-186f. However, The exoplanet is only 32.5 million miles, 52.4 million kilometers, from its star, whereas Earth is 93 million miles, 150 million kilometers, from the Sun, she noted. This planet is at most 10% larger than Earth, and it also appears to reside in the habitable zone of its star, though on the zone's outer edge, Kepler-186f receives just one-third of the energy from its star that Earth gets from the Sun. Kepler-186f's parent star is a red dwarf, so the alien world is not a true Earth twin. The planet lies about 500 light-years from Earth. Kepler-452b. Kepler-452b may be Earth's close cousin, but living on the newfound world would still be an alien experience. A group of pioneers magically transported to the surface of Kepler-452b, which is the closest thing to an Earth twin yet discovered, researchers announced yesterday, July 23, would instantly realize they weren't on their home planet anymore. And magic, or some sort of warp drive, must be invoked for such a journey, since Kepler-452b lies 1,400 light-years away. Kepler-452 is 60% wider than Earth and probably about 5 times more massive, so its surface gravity is considerably stronger than the pull people are used to here. Any hypothetical explorers would thus feel about twice as heavy on the alien world as they do on Earth, researchers said. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and sit tight for our next video. Peace.